Hello friends, welcome to Suresh Aggarwal's Mathematics Shortcuts. Yet another important video in which you are going to learn a very basic topic, and I am sure the topic of perimeter and area which I am going to take up will prove useful for your preparation. Either you are preparing for school exams or you are preparing for any quantitative aptitude exams. The mensuration, that means surface area, volume, perimeter, circumference, all these things, they are not going to leave you. So you have to make sure that you are well aware of all the concepts which are included in this important topic, and especially when it is random polygons. And that is why the topic which I am going to take up for this important video is perimeter and area of polygons. See, polygons can be any random figure, so it can be a quadrilateral, not particularly a type of quadrilateral like a square or a rectangle. Square, rectangle, all those figures you study at the basic level in class 6, maybe even junior classes like 5, and then you apply that knowledge to crack the problems based on polygons. And that's what we are going to do today. All the basic figures like square, rectangle, then triangle, then trapezium, rhombus, all those will be used to crack the problems based on perimeter and area of polygons. So let's take up some questions, and before taking up the questions, let me tell you that all the questions which I am taking up in these videos, they are taken from the worksheet sets which we have prepared. They are comprehensive worksheet sets. I've written some details here. We have some best offers going on right now on CBSE practice worksheets. It is the mid session, and most of the students are looking for detailed concept wise practice, and that's what we intend to provide you. These are CBSE practice worksheets of class 6 to class 10th mathematics. What we have done here is we have broken down the entire syllabus into smaller concepts, and we have made practice worksheets concept wise. So if for a single concept like addition of polynomials, right, that can be one of the topics, we have given 50 to 60 questions, and each worksheet has the answer key also. So very nominal costing and unlimited validity stuff which you can procure from us. And what is the mode through which you can get these CBSE worksheets? You can send me a message on WhatsApp 9896369963. that is the WhatsApp number. You can find this WhatsApp number in the description of this video here. Let's see this one. Area of the rhombus, right? So each side is equal to 25 and one of the diagonal is 40, right? So if you have a figure like this is a rhombus, and this diagonal is 40 and this diagonal we don't know, the side is 25. So this is 25. We know that the diagonals of a rhombus are perpendicular, so we have a right angle triangle, and we know that the diagonals of a rhombus, they bisect each other. So if the length of the diagonal is 40, then half of that diagonal will be 20. Mind you can take this as 20 or this as 20, whichever you want to. The answer will be same. If I assume that this is 20, so I have a right angle triangle like this, where this is 20 and this is 25. So I can find this part, that is this x, which is half of the other diagonal. How do I do that? I will apply the Pythagoras. 25 square equals 20 square plus x square. 625 equals 400 plus x square. So x square is 625 minus 400, which is 225. That gives me x as square root of 225, that is 15 centimeters. So I know half of the other diagonal is 15 centimeter, and therefore length of other diagonal will be equal to double of 15, right? Because this diagonal is bisected. So 15 plus 15, 30 centimeters will be the length of other diagonal. And once you know the length of the two diagonals, we can find the area of the rhombus, because area of rhombus is given by half into first diagonal into second diagonal. So let's put the values. Half into first diagonal was 40 and the other diagonal is 30. So 1200 by 2, 600 square centimeters is the area of this rhombus. So the application of Pythagoras theorem is what is important when you are given one side of the rhombus and one length of the diagonal, right? Very important question for all school students. Let's see this one. So we have a floor whose dimensions are this and this, right? 20 and 25. So we know the area of the floor, right? And whenever we are covering the floor with any shape of tiles, like here we are given that tile is a rhombus. Again, the side and altitude are given. Now what happens to a rhombus when its side and the altitude are given? Now you should know how to find the area of a rhombus given its side and altitude. Here we found out the area of the rhombus given its two diagonals, the length of the diagonals. So always remember that a parallelogram whose all four sides are equal and parallel, opposite sides are parallel, it is a rhombus. And so if the altitude is known and the base is known, or the side of the rhombus is known, we can find the area of the rhombus by applying base into height, which is the formula for finding the area of a parallelogram, because rhombus is also a parallelogram. So base times the height, that's what I am going to apply in this question. Just to find the number of tiles which will cover the floor, we have to find the area of floor and divide it by area of one tile. This is the formula which we need to do or apply in the question to get to the number of tiles which are required to cover the floor. Right? Now I have to find the area of floor, which is rectangular and the length and width are known. So 20 meters into 25 meters, right? That is the area of the floor. Area of one tile I told you is base times altitude. Base is 25 centimeters times the altitude is 10 centimeters. Now be careful about the unit here. We have meters in the numerator and centimeters in the denominator. So 1 meter is 100 centimeters. So we have to convert these two into centimeters. So 20 into 100, that will be in centimeters. Then 25 into 100, that's again in the centimeters now, and divide that by 25 and 10. 25 and 10. So 25 cancels out, 10 cancels this, and you have your answer. 2 followed by how many zeros? 1, 2, 3, 4. 2 followed by 4 zeros. These many tiles will be required, or 20,000 tiles will be required to cover the entire floor. Right? Another question of polygons. Here we have another polygon which is looking like a parallelogram. Let's not consider that it is a parallelogram, okay? See, unless and until it is given to us. He says polygon. So, a random shape. So, let's take this is area 1, area 2 and area 3. As you can clearly see in the figure, the figure here ABCH, it is a trapezium. This is a rectangle and this is again a trapezium. How do you find area of the first figure? You know that it is half of the sum of bases. Bases is 7 and 3. So 7 plus 3 times the altitude. The altitude is 2. This will be the area of the first figure. Likewise, area of the second figure will be, this is a rectangle, simple, 2 times 8. And area of the third figure will be again a trapezium, so half into sum of bases 6 and 7. So 7 plus 6 times the height again 2. So we have the 2 getting cancelled here, 2 getting cancelled here. This gives me 10, right? 10 what? Square meters. And this is 16 square meters. And this is 7 plus 6, 13 square meters. And therefore, the area of polygon will be, just add all the 3 areas which you got just now. This is 10, this is 16 and this is 13, and that gives you 39 square meters as the answer for the question. Pretty easy if you know the basic shapes, if you know the formulas for finding the areas of those basic shapes, and little difficult if you don't know the areas of basic shapes. So knowledge of triangles, the trapeziums, the parallelograms, the rhombus, the rectangle, the square, all those form the base of this particular topic of perimeter and area of polygons. So friends, practice such questions through the worksheet which we have brought out. If you want the copy, 9896369963, that's the number on which you can send me a message. Do share this video with all your friends, your classmates, so that they can feel comfortable with the topic. Do subscribe the channel and click the bell shaped icon for getting all the notifications. Thanks for watching this and all the best.